What is going on, guys? We are here with another one of our Silph Cup first impression videos. Done this the third time now, and we're going to be taking a quick look into the Prismatic Cup. This is just going to be my first impressions, like, oh hey, this meta looks fun, and to be honest, this is my first time looking at it. It looks nice. It looks like non-super meta mons, but so far it looks like the Prismatic Cup is going to be 6. You can use your 6 slots have to be certain colors, which is very unique. It feels similar to, or not similar, but it's kind of like what they did with the Rose Cup last year. You had to use a red or pink Pokemon. Another thing to note is shiny Pokemon, like say, well, I guess technically this does work because Gyarados is blue and red, but let's see. I'm trying to think of a shiny. Oh well. So say like the shiny is green and black, but its normal is not one of these, then you can't use it. So, but let's go on and look into PvPoke's first ranks. It is definitely cool to see. I mean, most of the blue types are going to be water types. Interesting that they put Persian as a blue type, but I guess it is kind of a blue. I guess I just never saw it as blue. And then the red slot, it looks like it's red. No, and I guess pink because Wormadamp's in there. Mainly fire types, with the exception of like Vileplume. I don't know how Kingler is red. That's more of an orange to me, but I guess we're not nitpicking. Yellow, we got Ninetales, more fire types. Yellow seems to be like just kind of a generic, and green being grass. Ooh, they got some ghost types. Munchlax in here. See, Munchlax to me would be more of a blue to me. But what do I know? I wonder, is Snorlax blue? Where's Snorlax? Wait, I don't even see Snorlax on here. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if he's somewhere down here. Because I'm confused once I didn't see Snorlax. I probably looked over it or anything. And then you get your purple and gray, which look like poison, ice, and steel types. Ice probably split. Brown and pink. A few extra fires, but mainly normal types. But let's go on and look at PvPokes. So what's actually cool about PvPoke that they did is you can actually sort by which one. So like say you just want to pick a blue spot, then it shows you just that ranking. And it shows their normal ranking like of all. Like Lantern is the #1 blue Pokemon, but it's number 3 overall. So let's see. I like Lantern. Only downside with Lantern, I think this is probably why Quagsire and is Whiscash not classified as... What do they classify Whiscash as? Because I see Quag in here, but I would kind of thought... Was Whiscash banned? Did I miss that in the ban list? What are the ban list? I don't see a ban list for it. I don't understand why some are here and some are not. Let's see... I don't know why Whiscash isn't here. A little confusing to me. Whiscash should most definitely be in here. You know what? Maybe they decided to keep it out because of how good it is. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's probably they just didn't want to use, because I noticed, red types. I don't think Medi's in here too. So it's not super Metamons, which is interesting. It's probably why you see Snorlax and Flygon and Lantern being in there. So you have Snorlax and Munchlax both up there. Hypno again, always big tanky boy. The fighters. Oh, if I can spell. Fighters, let's see. Oh, I'm an idiot. Gotta actually type in fighting. Lucario, Hypnontop, Chestnut. Chestnut's a good mix. You got Blaziken. So you could run double fighters that fill in multiple slots. You have 1 for 2, 1 for 5, for 4, for 2. So that'll be interesting. I guess this feels kind of similar to how last year's regionals were, where you have to pick one of each per generation. That's how it was last time. But this is more color based. It's very unique. I think team building is going to be very, very interesting. I have no idea what's going to be in team building right now. let's see what ghosts there are. A lot of ghosts. It's always scary when you got Haunter in there. You got Frostlass, of course. Frostlass always going to be around there. So let's just look at the top. So we got Lantern, the water types mainly. Lucario being the interesting, taking up the blue spot where most of it is water and ice types. You got a few grass in here, but it's mainly water and ice. The one fighter. Red, it's going to be your fighters, your fire types. Oops. Not fighters. Well, you got Blaziken as a fighter, but your fire types. Wormadam being in here is a little interesting because it is the one that would lose to everything else, but then you got Crawdon as well. We go to the yellow and white. You got Hypno. Looks like yellow and white's probably going to be your bulky boys. Well, not really. Really, I think I can probably get most people's teams here. Hypno, Dugong, maybe Frostlass, probably Pelipper. I guess it depends on how many electric types they're going to be. The green and black boys. Let's see. You got okay. So the green and black is a Snorlax Munchlax combination. Flygon. Interesting enough, Flygon is not using Earth Power here. Which is kind of, I guess, I don't know why it's recommending Earth Power, or why it's recommending Stone Edge. I guess just for better coverage. Who's its matchups? That's, I guess we can take a deeper dive and look into this. I guess Stone Edge is probably it's for the ice types, really. I guess so you can throw it off and not just farm down. But I mean, Earth Power is a good one too. Plus, if you don't want to make two Flygons, if you've already got one just from the Legacy, Earth Power. Get your few grass types in here. Brown and pink. You got Dragonite again. Dragonite keeps popping up. Seems like this is definitely like the most generic one. It's got like a bit of everything in here, but a lot of normal types I'm noticing. Then your purple and gray. I may have spoke too soon. Purple and gray, it's kind of a mix of everything. Escavalier is a pseudo fighter. Really depends on how many fire types you're going to see on teams. And my favorite Gliscor. Didn't bring him this past cup, but every chance I get it to bring him. Downside is he's rocking Aerial Ace instead of Earthquake, so I'm not so sure if I would really use him. He mainly fits an anti-fighter role, and I think Hypno might fit that better. I am curious, what is Hypno's secondary move? So it wants Thunder Punch this time. Last month it was Ice Punch, but Thunder Punch this time. Definitely interesting. Let's see who the best switch is. So let's look at the top 10. Electivire, just because I can get that energy and throw Wild Charge. And it has Ice Punch, so it can counter Flygon. Flygon, switch in if there's not a lot of ice types running around. Pelipper, Hypno, Snorlax. Snorlax is probably going to be an issue. You definitely need to account for it. I mean, I think you'll see a fighter on every single team. The fighters that can do more than just beat up normal types will help out. Not so sure about Blaziken right now, thinking. Let's see who does the best with no shields. Regice, Excadrill, so basically the people that just throw haymakers. Chestnut, interesting, with no shields. Frostlass, of course, always up there. Lantern up there. So everybody that's like a hard hitter. Let's see, Chargers. So this can be the people that throw charge moves the fastest, if I can actually click on it. So of course Flygon, Mudshot, Dragon Claw, Electivire with Thundershock. It's interesting that these are the fastest threes. Magnezone kind of risky if you're going up against any sort of ground type though. Can absolutely be farmed down, where Electivire can at least throw an Ice Punch. Zapdos, always interesting. I think it said no shadows, so yeah, no shadows. So no shadow Zapdos, which means I probably won't use it because I don't have normal Zapdos. It's the best people at burning shields, the bulkiest boys. Ferrothorn, Alomomola. I just can't get into Alomomola. It charges too slow for both of its moves. Ferrothorn's real good. I'm glad to see Probopass back. Probopass is real good, actually. And Steelix back. We haven't seen Steelix in a really long time. Lantern, of course, here. My boy, not Ferrothorn, good lord. Fortress. Big fan of him, too. Mirror Shot, Earthquake again. We got Bronzong as another Confusion user. So let's see I think it's at Confusion. This is all your Confusion users. So let's go look at the overall. So Hypno is real good, and then the next best one is Bronzong. Armadan probably won't be that useful just because I have the fire types. Glade, Pseudo Fighter, is good. Gardevoir, but it recommends Charm, but it does get Confusion, so that's why it's popping up here. Claydol is always interesting. Like I said, it depends on how many water types you're going to see on here. Bronzong is definitely interesting. Again, depends on the fire types, but it's probably a better option than Worm in this case. But I think that's probably going to be it for right now. Consistency, I don't ever look at that. I usually look at, like, I haven't looked at the leads, so we'll look in the leads. So Flygon, Dragonite, Gengar, the best top 3. I guess just because the bait option, you get shields. Zangoose too, interesting. Zangoose just getting walled by other normal types would be its only concern because of counter. What about old Ursaring? Ursaring gets Shadow Claw and counter. Let's see where it ranks overall. Really not that good, just because it does not get a good charge move. If it got something else besides close combat, this thing would see so much more play. But play rough and close combat just take too long to charge. But now's a good time for me to remind y'all, if you haven't already, please subscribe and drop a like down below, because it really helps me out in the long run, and I want to keep providing these videos. I'm going to provide these videos no matter what, but it helps me out and it helps show support. So if you don't mind doing that, I would really appreciate it. But let's go on and get into some practice battles. Alright guys, let's go on and get into some of those practice battles. This is with my good practice partner. Me and him always go back to back in these matches. But decided to go with Lantern. Lantern being number 3 on PV Poke. Went with Flygon and Ferrothorn. Right here, just throwing a T-Bolt. No reason to go for a Hydro Point. Blaziken being squishy. Coming Flygon, farm it down a little bit. I was hoping he didn't have an Ice. Luckily, he has Manton. And I know it's still not a good matchup for me, so I'm just going to throw Dragon Claws here. Just really get it as much damage as I can. I think this Ice Beam, and I really don't want to just lose Flygon that quickly. I'm trying to wait for the switch timer. You actually want Stone Edge for this particular matchup instead of Earth Power, because otherwise I can only Dragon Claw. Like I said, just throwing Dragon Claws here to spam and try to wait out that switch timer, and I get it right on time. I tap it and catch I think it's an Ice Beam. So I got really lucky here. So that does nothing to Lantern. He comes with a Drifblim, so he has a shield advantage here, but I can shield whatever, and I even have Ferrothorn in the back, so I can also launch a Thunder off it. So I assume this is an Icy Wind. It doesn't matter if it's not. It's a Shadow Ball. It's fine. I can come in now with Ferrothorn, and pretty much he knows in the even shield he has to hit a Shadow Ball, but even then I can still live. Those Icy Wind. So we're going to charge up. I can just throw 2 Thunders here, go down real easy. Ferrothorn is looking really good. It just depends on how many fire types. So I even catch an Icy Wind. I thought I was going to catch a Shadow Ball. Both were fine. I was going to sack Flygon anyway. Plus, I just wanted to make sure I was going to kill Drifblim here. Charge a bit extra, because I know he still has Manton with energy, and I didn't want to take an Ice Beam. Still got that shield advantage, and we're just going to go and finish off Manton here. So easy. Then we're going to get into the next battle. Start with a Alolan Sandslash, because I thought, again, I like bringing these dual types that are weak to fire. I brought Pelipper and Bronzong. So I really don't think fire types would be that common. I think Sandslash wins this. He comes in with Chestnut. Chestnut's another one of those fighters that really fits in, and he can hit me with energy ball to do neutral, but I can sit here and farm him down. I have to shield once, close to almost farming him all the way down, but 4 times effective wing attack, and I could have easily thrown 2 weather balls here, but I was worried I wouldn't get it through, so I was like, let's just go for the damage, because he's probably coming in with a dugong, and he does. So I'm just trying to get some damage here, throw the hurricane. He shields it, of course. So I'm thinking, let's come in with bronze on, because I'll be doing more damage to him unless he throws a water pulse here. Just throws an icy wind, which is fine, but him not switching tells me he's probably got something weak in the back to Alolan, or to Bronzong, that he really wants to get it taken care of. Just gonna Psyshock here. We're -2 attack, easy. Bronzong, it's him and Hypno are gonna be the main 2. Come in with Sand Slash. I was really hoping to kill it here, but you'll see here in a second, it really didn't matter, even this extra energy, because he has Jump Bluff, so he really couldn't do anything, because Jump Bluff can't touch Bronzong or Alolan Sand Slash. I actually haven't looked into it, so he's just going to farm down, no reason to shield him. Come with Propass. Propass is a top 1 up here, has an anti-flyer, real bad matchup against Machoke. Switch in to Alolan Raichu. So we got 5 Volt switches there. Just gonna shield this. It's actually returned, so spicy there. Comes with Vespiquen. Throw a wild charge. I probably could have charged a little bit more, but I was almost at 100 energy, so it's not like I would have got anything else. Had I actually won CMP, I would not have shielded here. I would have just thrown it and died. But he won CMP with Vespiquen. Vespiquen being very, very spammy with those X Scissors and Fury Cutter. Almost got another wild charge. But the good thing is, he can't do anything to Probopass. He can throw either Power Gem or a bunch of X Scissors, but I resist both of them. So we're just going to stay in here, and we're actually going to farm down. But Vespiquen, even though Spark is super effective, is a bit... It's not too bulky, but it's bulkier than what I expected for me to be able to farm down. But I figured he's got Machoke. I'm just going to come in here and farm down. I kind of figured he would switch in and just kind of catch me off guard. That's why I'm kind of staying over there next to Wormadam. I'm sitting there tapping because I know that Machoke's coming back in. So I'll swap in, get in, 2 confusions there. He comes in with Noctowl. And here I'm just going to throw some Iron Heads. Get off as much damage as I can. I really don't know about the flyers in here like Mantine and Noctowl. I just don't know if there's going to be enough of a fighting presence for them to be that warranted. I think confusion users are just all around better right now. I think they fit the role better. So I come in here, throw a Rock Slide, easily take out Noctowl, and then I've got to throw a T-Bolt. I'm just praying this kills. Machoke, not very bulky. Lives on 1 HP, really probably 2, but got 1 extra spark, and has a cross chop. So, was good matches all around with him, but that'll be all for today's video, so I will catch you on the next ones. Peace out, guys.